Sorry. Do you think I need to call?
But you have somebody who wants to take it back. So good.
Most people take vacations to get away from their everyday life. For Ty Evans, it's a little different.
I get asked a lot of times, okay, well, what do you do outside of clinics, outside of the mule world? And I say, I ride my mules to go fishing. So a lot of people are surprised that my career and my passion, my life, my enjoyment, all that is evolved around the mule. So they're very much involved in everything we do. Mules are definitely our passion, our whole life. But one of my favorite enjoyments in life, my ultimate vacation, is a pack trip into the wilderness on my mules and go back, set up camp, and ride out every day and find cool fishing spots in the beautiful terrain that God's created. That is my ultimate. A lot of people ask why mules, why not horses? For me, it actually has been both my whole life. I've had all of them. In fact, my dad, he started out as a quarter horse guy, and then he got involved training mules for the public, took on a few. He became known as the mule guy. But for me, as Mule Guy Jr., growing up, I just went into the training and took 90% mules, 9 out of 10 would be mules. But I love horses too. I mean, we have horses on and off all the time, and we'll have more horses in the future too. But my main thing, we're up here in the mountains. This is mule country all the way. And not saying that horses can't do this, because there's plenty of horses up here too. But we love the mules. I love the surefootedness of them. I love the confidence that they have when you treat them right, you raise them right, train them right. The confidence that they have in the backcountry, in this terrain, is just uncomparable. Yesterday was awesome. We had about a 12-mile ride into camp, and everything went smooth. Packs rode good. Mules did awesome. Let the mules graze this morning for a few hours. Hung out and visited around the campfire. Getting saddled up now. Today we're gonna go make a loop around some lakes, hopefully do some fishing, and enjoy the beautiful scenery that God's created for us. So that's our plan today. That was awesome. We met, I was 13 and she was 12, and her dad came to pick up a mule for my dad. They had met on a mule ride, and they pulled up in the driveway, and
it was love at first sight.
Love at first sight. For me, for her, probably not. But yeah, and from that mule, my dad and Skye's dad became pals and did a lot of riding, a lot of camping together. We grew up camping and having fun, a lot of mule rides, a lot of memories made, and kept going from there. We actually didn't date till I was out of high school. She was a senior.
Yep.
And yeah.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. But we've been married now almost 16 years. Our whole life, besides being, evolved around each other, is secondary is mules. Yeah, from the beginning of our marriage, we always had mules in training and kept going. And that over the years evolved into Skye taught some riding lessons, and then I taught some riding lessons, and evolved into some clinics. And now, yeah, we are full-time doing clinics, going down the road, and we're very blessed. We really are. We're blessed to have two wonderful daughters. But they've both grown up on the road with us. Their whole lives, they've been on the road doing clinics. They've been immersed in this life, and the most cherished thing in this life is my family, above all else. Mules are awesome. I love my mules, but my family's first. And it's pretty amazing to have a great family. There we go. There we go! Woohoo! Fish on! Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, it was on. Yep. Woohoo! Oh. You got 5, Jason. Don't you worry, bud. I get asked a lot of times, okay, well, what do you do outside of clinics, outside of the mule world? And I say, I ride my mules to go fishing. But something totally, completely outside of all that, like nothing to do with mules, I guess my next passion is, I don't even know. I like to read. I read a lot. I read a lot of leadership type books. I love self-help, motivational type books. I love that kind of stuff. I really love learning about tough people doing hard things. I guess that's about as far out as I get. Kind of a boring fella. When we first got married, I was heavily involved in rodeo. I used to ride saddle bronc horses, and she followed me around then, going rodeo to rodeo. She's just always had my back. She's just always been there.
Part of the problem is, see, we're looking downstream. So they're, oh, there we go. Missed it.
So is the problem that they see you?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, there we go. It's wild. Look how fun these little ones fight. Perfect. That's a quick release.
Yeah, he knows how to do.
I charged $50, and they brought their mule or their horse to me, and I did everything, all the work, and explained what I was doing. That was the beginning of clinics. But really what inspired me, there's a time Skye and I, we had sold our first home. We were in between, didn't really have a place to live. In fact, we were living with your cousin, and they had the movie Buck. There's a clinician in the horsemanship world named Buck Brannaman, and this first came out. It was 2011 or something like that, long time ago, and I was watching it, and it's a documentary about this man, and it's mostly about his life, but it has his career in there, and his career is what my career is now, is a clinician traveling around the world teaching horsemanship. When I saw that career, I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to help people. I really want to help people, because up to that point, I had trained for the public, and it was continuous, the same cycle. I'd work on a mule for a long time, and I felt like I was doing a good job. Now looking back, probably not, but I felt like I was doing a good job. And then the owners would come out. I would show them everything. I would show them everything I did, and then I'd say, okay, now you go ahead and get on it and do that stuff. And they couldn't get it done. My mindset back then was on the mule, like, okay, hold on, the mule's messing up. It dawned on me that no, mules are just being a mule. Like, we can't get upset about a mule or a horse just being what they are, but it's the people that needed the help. And I feel blessed personally, in my mindset, my life, where I really love mules and horses, and I really love people. I really do. I enjoy working with people. I know a lot of horsemen that are way better than me. They're better trainers, but they don't like people, and it'll never work out. And they'll go out and they'll try to do some clinics and try to do some stuff, and they fall and crash because they don't like people. And then there are other people that I meet that are really good with humans, but they can't really get anything done. They really can't get anything done with the animal. And I feel blessed that I get along good with mules and horses, and I get along good with people. And so I remember watching that documentary thinking, hey, that's the job I want. That's what I want to do. And, fast forward way down the road, and we're doing it. Here we are now. We've been doing clinics. At the time of making this video, we've been doing clinics now over 13 years. It's great that people can get their mules to, turn, stop, cross water, whatever. But at the end of this whole deal, if I can bring people together and make better humans for the mule, I'll feel really accomplished. People are no different than mules and horses. Everybody wants to be, they want to be loved, and they want to know somebody cares. At the beginning of all my clinics, I tell my students, hey, I am sincerely here to help you. And I really mean it. I'm not just saying it. I really care about their success here. And the cool thing is that is contagious. And my students end up having the same mindset as I do, to where if you show up to a clinic, other students in my clinic are actually going to care about you too. And they want you to succeed just as much as they want their own success. At my clinics, it's not a competition. Nobody has to lose at my clinics to be successful. We're all in it for the same thing. We want our mules to become the best they can be, but in order for that to happen, we have to become our best. And that is contagious.
All right. All right, it's the best day ever, guys. Got a little dry fly on, purple haze. Might be a little bit big, I might need to size down, but rode in about 4 miles to a beautiful lake, beautiful little stream right here, feeding into it, and we're gonna fish for an hour or two, have a lot of fun. It's gonna be great.